Yo, what's going on, you guys? Now, I wasn't gonna originally record all of this, but I have a couple videos to release because of the new content, and that includes the Saga Incursions. So, I have some clips to show of me completing all 15 zones for the new Saga Incursions. So, you have to use Saga champions for the hardest sector, or I think it's called like sector. And so I recently pulled Okoye, and so I decided, and I ranked her up. Like I have some videos to post about Okoye, but this is just kind of like I learned how to use Okoye, and basically what I selected for incursions was buff cornucopia and hemostatic charge. So I'll be gaining a lot of buffs from obviously buff cornucopia, and then any bleeds I inflict will also inflict a power sting on the opponent, and the power stings are very potent and very big. So Okoye applies more bleeds than shield, I would say, but I brought both of them anyways. And then Kushala is just another really solid option in case they're like bleed immune or anything. Kushala is amazing, like, let's be for real. But like right here, I think this is the cornucopia. I just get a ton of regen, so it's pretty good. And already 9 power stings. This is like early in the sector, but 9 power stings will basically like that. He's gonna die. Like, look at this, one combo, so many debuffs, so many power stings, and even my special attacks do even more. So like right here, look at this, like just I barely hit, like I launched one combo kind of and a special one, and like so many power stings. He's just really fun. Okoye is really fun for this, but I only came across like 3 or maybe like 3 to 5 bleed immune champions, so that's why I had Kushala. But eventually I swapped out shield for Vox because he's Saga, and then also I don't need 2 bleed champions, and Okoye is ranked higher than shield. I would like to dupe Okoye, of course, but you don't need to. Especially for this incursion, like she just decimates it all. So it was really fun, man. I had to use her revive, I believe, because as the sectors went on, I usually didn't get like straight up hit in the face, but I slipped up and then I started getting hit in the face, and then that, like, of course their attack rating and everything goes up a lot. So I got hit in the face and I just died because like. But early on, you could just do this, and like he's so dead, hit monkey. In most fights, they'll be dead from like 16 power stings like that. Although their health does increase and stuff. Okoye did it pretty well. Like even that fight, even if it was like not even incursions, Okoye worked for that fight because ensnared. Honestly, I think it's a really good debuff, and Okoye places it by dexing, and so it prevents like ability accuracy. It's like ability accuracy reduction. Excuse me. Ensnared is ability accuracy reduction, and evade like ability accuracy reduction. So ensnared is mainly for like bypassing evade, and so she works really well. I don't entirely know how ensnared works, but it has to do with evade, ability accuracy, and just in general ability accuracy. But most of the times I don't need to ensnare the opponent. And like right here, he's not gonna evade me, Moleman, because like he's in his rampage mode or whatever it's called, and all I have to do is hit him, and I'm applying some power stings. Some of them weren't like proccing, but then they started applying, and there we go, like 15, he's dead pretty much. He's just gonna bleed out. And Okoye also places pretty nice shocks, so you don't even need bleeds. But for the power stings, you do need bleeds. So either way, she's still really good, and I had a lot of fun. Now this is zone 14. We've skipped ahead, and this obviously I swapped out. Excuse me. Obviously I swapped out for Vox, and I'm still gonna go in with Okoye for most of these fights. She is a bit of a, I don't know about squishy champion, but obviously she has less health than other champions, so you gotta be careful. But it's not like a dramatic amount of like health that Okoye has. She still has a decent amount of health. I think it's just a bit lower than some other champions, obviously. But still, zone 14, like, this Rhino is dying. It doesn't even matter. Like, this Rhino is still dying. So, just a ton of fun, honestly. And I already finished Incursions, man. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna reset, really. So, yeah. And then this same thing with the Spider-Man fight. One thing I am worried about, though, is the goal is to get, like, Lumitrix. And I heard you can kind of only really get 6 Light Essence for free. And you need 12 to get him as a 7-star. And then you can get him for, you can get 24 to dupe him and get him as a 7-star. So I think I have to spend some just to get him as a 7-star. And I don't want to go for that dupe because that's even more money, which I don't really want to do. But eventually I'll get Lumitrix. It's not like a timer, I don't think. I'm just saying that now because I'm not one of those people who got their hands on him immediately, like Enzo or I don't know who else got him, but like Enzo and stuff. I mean, I'll eventually get a Lumitrix, but he seems really good and fun. Of course, I'll still make a video when I get my hands on him, even though if it's like much later, I would love to make a video on him. Seems like a lot of fun. But I invested a little bit into Okoye, obviously rank 2 here, and she's doing wonders in this Incursions. Now this fight, if you're not a villain tagged, then you gain no power, so that goes for the defender as well. So I could just heavy spam here, but there is encroaching stun, so I timed my striker there to stop it, which is very nice. And all I have to do here is heavy spam, but as you can see, I've taken quite a bit of damage from like a little combo. So that's what I meant. I mean, it's a lot of damage further on in the zones. But I also couldn't power sting him here. So yeah, the main thing was the heavy spam here. And I was about to get stunned right there by encroaching stun. But I think the ensnared affected that. I don't know how strong her ensnared is. It might be like, I don't know, because if it's 100%, then she'll just reduce. Like, that's crazy. 100% ability accuracy reduction is insane. You know, you just reduce every like ability on the opponent. But it definitely works a lot of the time. So one more zone. Just wanted to show as much footage as like I could, but also I didn't want to show every single zone. So this last zone right here, I actually swapped out for Nick Fury. He has bleeds. There were no bleed immunes I was gonna fight, and Nick Fury is obviously just a nice synergy partner. I didn't need Vox. That Gamora though, she's kind of like we'll go debuff immune a little bit, so I was a little bit worried, but I still went with this path because honestly, Okoye, I felt I could just do it in time before anything bad really happened. So yeah, we're gonna go in right here. We're gonna fight this Magneto with Kushala. While I could have, I think, I was not gonna be at. I was gonna be at class disadvantage with Okoye or Nick Fury. I don't think Okoye counts as metal. She might, but either way, I mean, Kushala was still like more ranked up, and she's just so much safer. But Okoye, I think, still probably could have worked here. That was just up to me. Okay, now we have like 12 incinerates on Magneto. I'm just trying to see. There's not much really going on here. It's just Kushala being Kushala. Like, nothing special really. There's buff cornucopia, but that's not even like doing anything really for me right here. Another hack I picked up along the way was, I think it's called something like strategic movement or something, to where you'll gain an unblockable and a fury charge when you dexterity or use dexterity. So if you come across that one, I would recommend getting it because it is nice to have. But main thing was hemostatic charge for me, just to apply the power stings, and then buff cornucopia is always nice, of course, as you guys should know. And I actually went in here with Kushala. Same thing. Okoye would have worked, probably. She does have mighty charge though, so she goes debuff immune, or just like purifies all of the debuffs when she dashes forward, which is not great for Kushala. I mean, for Okoye, but also it could be annoying for Kushala. All I needed to do really though, wait for that power sting to get off of me, and I can launch this, and she could purify it. But if I just dash in, don't let her dash into me, she won't be able to like use the mighty charge and purify it. So she did right there, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm Kushala, you know. Kushala is pretty good, and like right here, I even have a passive incinerate, so I wasn't worried like at all really. Just didn't want to die because they do a lot of damage, especially see I would have died right there. And the reason why is because actually there is another boss hack I'd really recommend getting. So the two main ones are hemostatic charge for the power stings from the bleeds, and then the second one is called second chance. So if you die in a fight, you go indestructible for like 6 seconds, and every hit you take while you're indestructible gives you a passive fury. But this happens once a fight, and it's a real lifesaver because right there I got the indestructible, which meant I would have died. And so like I said, a lot of damage from the opponent. But yeah, second chance really helps because then you have another chance to like, you know, not die, and you go indestructible for quite a while. So yeah, and that will move on. Now we will move on to the last fight. I think I had some boosts on just to be safe, but it wasn't too much. I didn't have too many boosts on. Right here, there's tenacity and like some poison, but honestly, I played so many debuffs, I didn't really think it mattered, and it really didn't. So while I could like this ensnared, it's just gonna ignore her evade, and it's like shut off, as simple as that. Even though she has tenacity from that node, I'm still applying a ton of my debuffs, so it didn't really matter, and she just died like that. So I mean, hey, Okoye is the MVP for sure. I really love that. Shield could definitely do it too, but Okoye is like, this incursion has really helped me get used to Okoye, and she's very useful, man. She's very useful. That's another light essence, 1 to 2 rank up gem, a lot of good rewards from incursions. Pretty nice, pretty solid. So hopefully this helped. I do want to cover, I don't think I'll do a voiceover, but I'll cover the other 2 quests for the Alliance War Showcase, which I just finished. Just so that I have a kind of a guide on my channel in case you guys are, you know, because I look for guidance too, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys look for guidance as well. So I'll probably get that out soon, but hopefully this was helpful. And look at that, 1 to 2 rank up gem. Who did I just pull? Okoye. But who else did I pull as well? Arcade, and he's been a lot of fun. So I would like to get him to like rank 3 one day, and awaken him. But rank 2 will do for now. We'll make a video on him too as well. He's been pretty fun. Yeah, he's been pretty fun. I'm not gonna say too much now. I was just making sure I didn't like waste a gem. There were some other candidates like Domino and stuff. I didn't have her awakened though, and Domino needs like high sig. So I was like, yeah, I don't need Domino right now, and Arcade is definitely more fun, I would say, for me personally, as of right now. Yeah, and so there goes Arcade. I also didn't have any catalyst really. But yeah, hopefully this not tutorial, well, kind of tutorial / guide helped you guys out. Definitely bleed champions like Okoye, so much fun in incursions. And that's gonna do it for this video. Have some other stuff coming out soon, hopefully. Might take a minute, might take a second, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And of course, I'll be seeing you guys all very soon.